how are you?
All right, my name's Alex.
I'm Lori. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What brings you in today?
Well, I'm currently with AT&T, and we have a lot of services through them, Uverse and wireless, and home phone. But where I live, and I'm in town visiting, but it's an extended stay, my service isn't so great, and so I've been thinking maybe about switching, but I'm also curious, and I'm an iPhone user, and I'm not going to go away from that.
Okay.
So I'm sort of thinking about the iPhone 5 too, and if I should wait. I just don't know. So I'm just kind of, trying to see what's out there.
If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, just collect some information from you.
Okay.
And that's what a lot of the that's the problem.
So how many lines you said you have with them right now? Just your phone line?
No, I have two.
Two.
And my husband has tethering on his phone, which is really important to him because he travels for business a lot. So like when we're driving, he can, and obviously I'm driving, he's working, and so he can tether his phone, things like that. So two phones. I am currently grandfathered in AT&T's unlimited data because I haven't changed my plan since, and so that's something that I feel I don't really want to give up, but I know that eventually I'm going to have to choose a data plan with them if I decide to stay with that carrier because I can't be grandfathered in forever.
You actually can.
Well, I don't know because I think when I get the iPhone 5, or if I were to get it, that they may not they may make me then pick. I don't know. So, I feel like I'm probably a pretty standard user. Most of my minutes are mobile moments. Of course, I don't want any limitations on texting because I'm a texter. Like I like to hit edit every time.
Right.
So I'll take a long conversation and break it up into 18 text messages, and that's just how I do it. So I like having that, and I do stream a lot of music. Like when I'm working out, like I'll have Pandora streaming or Sirius XM streaming. So, and they always give you like the warning, like, hey, it requires a lot of data. So, basically do that consciously.
Okay.
I've had that for a few years.
Tethering. He just uses the tethering just for his computer.
Or if we were in a situation where maybe my kids each have an iPod Touch. So if we were in a situation where, and theirs is not on the network, obviously.
Okay.
So for them, they can only do certain things when they're on the internet. So if we're at someone's house or, we don't have access to Wi-Fi, we'll just hotspot his phone and then, we can all kind of connect to it that way.
How much you guys spending right now?
Probably $250 a month.
For the two phones and
I believe so.
the tethering.
Yes, and then maybe there's something else. I know my husband had to choose a data plan because when he wanted to add on the tethering, they were like, hey, now you've changed your plan, so you're off.
I can show you some things. Let's say, for example, you guys want to get two smartphones. Right now with our Share Everything plan, each smartphone will be $40. So yours will be 40, his will be 40. That'll put you guys at 80. A jetpack is something that we have to offer as well. We can have that in a car, and you can bring it anywhere you need to go. And that'll be like a wireless router that you can always have with you.
Okay.
Those are going to be 20. So that's already going to put you at $100, and that's going to give you unlimited voice and text.
How does this work? You keep it with you, and it connects to the
where
network?
he doesn't even have to have the tethering feature with his plan.
Okay, but is it big?
No, it's probably about the size of a wallet.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
That's just going to keep you guys from having to have that package with the tethering.
Right. But then it also requires him to carry another device around.
Yeah.
So if he's traveling or for then you've got to have this little thing, and if you lose it,
that actual piece of equipment is free right now. It just would add the extra 20 to your bill. So that puts you at $100. So that's just unlimited talk and text right there. Now, as far as the data, for your phone and his phone plus the jetpack, I say you guys would be fine with 6 gigs.
Okay.
So when you add all that up, that will bring it about $160 a month.
Okay.
And that's going to give both you guys phones unlimited talk and text, and that's going to give you guys 6 gigs of data.
Okay.
The average smartphone user in the United States doesn't use over 2 gigs.
Okay.
So I know you kind of feel comfortable with your unlimited.
Well, I do, just because, you know, like, I could
You don't have to
stream
worry about
Pandora
anything.
all day long if I
Right,
wanted from my
right.
phone, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe.
But a lot of companies are shying away from the unlimited thing. So
Yes.
the shared data is.
It seems like data now is the new, like, where they want to get you. So it's like, oh, you can talk and text for free, where it used to be, you know, every text message was a quarter, you know. It's,
Right.
So they've definitely changed.
Right.
So as far as the iPhone 5, do you think it's worth waiting for?
That I'm not sure, just because they haven't really released a whole lot of information on it. Like, there's no set release date on it. We're not even sure if it's even going to be a 4G device. So
Okay. What else would it be?
So how are you doing today,
Still
sir?
might be 3G like the rest of the
Good.
iPhones.
Josh, what are you doing today? Something I can help you with?
Okay.
A lot of people get confused when they hear the term iPhone 4 or iPhone 4S. That's just a title.
Right,
That does
right,
not
yeah.
have anything to do with the internet speed.
I had the first iPhone,
So
and
you
then
want mine?
I waited, and then I got, I
Could be
think,
multiple?
maybe
Okay.
next,
We're stuck with.
maybe skipped one, and then got one.
Okay.
And then now I've been waiting for this,
Okay.
you know, because I
So
didn't get
we're
when,
looking to
when
maybe
this one
do, like,
came out, I
what, a
didn't
couple
get the
lines
one with
now, and
Siri.
then
Right away, yeah. A lot of glitches came on that one.
Yeah.
Normally it does when the iPhones first come
Right.
out, and after a couple of months, they take care of those glitches. So hopefully when the 5 does come out, it'll be ready, good to go, no issues or anything like that.
Okay.
From the past experience with the S and the 4, when they first come out, they always have a couple of tech issues that they need to
How
take care
quickly
of.
could you get a 5? Like if I wanted it and said, you know, okay, I'll switch over to this network and I'll do all that stuff, but I want the 5 when it comes out. Like, do you guys have the people line up around the door? Like,
Normally we have the waiting list, where
Okay.
way before it comes out, we put your name down, and in that order, when we start getting them in, we just start calling people like, hey, we got them in now, come on and
Right.
just pick it up.
okay, okay,
Really?
that's interesting.
I know.
So I could basically, I could get it as soon as you would get it.
Oh, I know I
I'm
have
not
one
having to wait in
coming
line.
on
'Cause that's one thing
No.
about like with AT&T, like the lines are crazy.
I can imagine. I worked in Kenwood before, so I remember when the iPhone had first came out for the $200 one.
Maybe he's not.
Yeah, I remember those
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good information. Can I have that paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great.
Okay.
How long you staying?
Well, I have an open-ended ticket right now,
Okay.
so could be a week or two,
Okay.
maybe more. It just depends. Yeah. So you guys obviously have a little gap in Texas.
Change one of the
Yes,
settings
somewhat.
back.
Okay. So I live in Austin.
Okay.
So I'm thinking my normal travel route would be Austin to Houston, Austin to Dallas. Of course, most of the time I would not be going
They
across.
should, yeah. Okay. They actually might pop up. It might just take
How do
a
you feel
second
that
for them to
the
recognize
reception
that
is?
SD card.
By far the best.
Okay.
Out of all the carriers, the fastest internet. Well, from
Screenshot,
all the
yeah, that's
carriers.
what it was.
Yeah.
Because they run their internet on a separate database than they're calling and texting.
Okay. Right. So it's not bogging down as much.
Exactly.
Huh. So that little device that you showed me, like I have a Kindle, you know, Kindle has that like Whisper.net, which basically they don't charge you anything to download books, and you know, it's just
Alright.
it is what it is, and you can surf the web in black and white, and it's weird.
Hey, sorry.
But it connects to Wi-Fi, so is that something that I could have all that stuff?
Connected to that?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So it can hold more than one device.
Yes, ma'am. Whereas that laptop with the tethering can only just connect to
No problem. You have a great
Does he use
day.
the cord, or does he have it where it's a hotspot?
It's a hotspot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's extra. So does that cost extra? Hello. Okay. So can
Not
you?
with that device, no. The only extra is it's going to add, what, $20 to the bill?
Oh.
Whereas that hotspot is, I believe it's 40.
So you can. So the iPhone
It does
can
come
be a
on.
hotspot, right? And so is it just you wouldn't turn it on with the phone, you turn it on with that thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
And all you would do from your iPhone is just turn on the Wi-Fi and it'll connect to.
It'll connect to that.
Yes.
Do you lock it down with
Well,
password?
if the
You can
phone's
if that's what you like to do. It's going to work the same way as a router will.
Okay, right. But it's connected to the Verizon network.
Right.
Okay, interesting. All right, well, that was great information. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you for your time.